And welcome to Saluting New Readers. My name is Kimberly Ewing, Mrs. Ewing, in third grade at Deer Creek School, and it is my pleasure to introduce my children that want to read to you. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you enjoy the show, and welcome to third grade Deer Creek, Mrs. Ewing's class of Saluting New Readers.
Hi, my name is Kimberly. I will be reading The Hobbit. An unexpected party. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit, not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened on to a tunnel-shaped hall like a tunnel. A very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with paneled walls and floors, tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The hobbit was fond of visitors. The tunnel wound on and on, going fairly but not quite straight into the side of the hill. The hill, as the people for many miles round called it, and many little round doors opened out of it, first on one side and then on another. No going upstairs for the hobbit. Bedrooms, bathrooms, cellars, pantries, lots of these, wardrobes. He had whole rooms devoted to clothes. Kitchens, dining rooms, all were on the same floor, and indeed on the same passage. The best rooms were all on the left-hand side. Going in, for these were the only ones to have windows, deep-set round windows, windows looking over his garden and meadows beyond, sloping down to the river. This hobbit was a very well-to-do hobbit, and his name was Baggins. The Baggins have lived in the neighborhood of the hill for time out of mind, and people considered them very respectable, not only because of they were rich. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Paige, and I'm going to be reading Charlotte's Web. Before breakfast. "Where's Papa going with that axe?" said Fern to her mother as they were setting the table for breakfast. "Out to the hog house," replied Miss Arble. "Some pigs were born last night." "I don't see why he needs an axe," continued Fern, who was only 8. "Well," said her mother, "one of the pigs is a runt. It's very small and weak, and it will never amount to anything. So your father has decided to do away with it." "Do away with it?" shrieked Fern. "You mean kill it, just because it's smaller than the others?" Miss Arble put a pitcher of cream on the table. Don't yell, Fern," she said. "Your father is right. The pig would probably die anyway." Fern pushed a chair out of the way and ran outdoors. The grass was wet, and the earth smelled of springtime. Fern's sneakers were sopping by the time she caught up with her father. "Please don't kill it," she sobbed. "It's unfair." Mr. Arble stopped walking. "Fern," he said gently, "you will have to learn to control yourself." "Control myself?" yelled Fern. "This is a matter of life and death, and you talk about controlling myself?" Tears ran down her cheeks, and she took hold of the axe and tried to pull it out of her father's hand. "Fern," said Mr. Arble, "I know more about raising a litter of pigs than you do. A weakling makes trouble. Now run along." But it's unfair, cried Fern. The pig couldn't help being born small, could it? If I had been very small at birth, would you have killed me? Mr. Arble smiled. Certainly not, he said, looking down at his daughter with love. But this is different. A little girl is one thing. A little runty pig is another. I see no difference, replied Fern, still hanging on to the axe. This is the most terrible case of injustice I've ever heard of. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Gavin. I will be reading Little Bear's Pancake Party. The grocer was standing at his door listening to Little Bear. Little Bear, he called, did you say you like pancakes? Here, try these. And he gave Little Bear a large box. Here you are, lots and lots of pancakes, more than you can eat. Oh, thank you, said Little Bear, joyful. Now I can have a pancake party. So Little Bear invited his friends, the monkey, the sparrow, the owl, and the squirrel, to come to his pancake party at his house. Then he hurried home to set the table, and in the middle he put the box the grocer had given him. When his friends arrived, they looked surprised. Where are the pancakes? They asked. Right here in the box, Little Bear told them happily. They all sat down, tied their napkins under their chins, and waited for the pancakes. Everybody ready? Asked Little Bear. He put his paw inside the box. Then he pulled it out, looking puzzled. There were no pancakes, and his paw was covered with some white thing. What? That's no pancakes, the sparrow tweeted. What is it? Asked the owl. Little Bear didn't know. He looked hard at the box. He smelled it. He shook it. He listened to it. He tasted it. He looked more puzzled than ever. The grocer said it was pancakes. He told them. He was ready to cry. Then a tiny voice from the doorway said, Read it, Little Bear. Read what it says on the box. It was Squeaky the Mouse. Read? Asked Little Bear. What's that? He looked around at his friends. They shook their heads. No one knew. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I'm going to be reading Smile. Chapter 1. Smile. Flash. Good. Let's get you set up in a chair and the orthodontist will look at your teeth in a few minutes. Hi, Rana. I'm Dr. Dragoni. Hi. So you're in sixth grade? Where do you go to school? I still don't see why I need braces, Mom. My teeth look okay to me. Come on, Will. You have an overbite, honey. It's something that can cause problems later if you don't get it fixed. Oh, you're gonna be a metal mouth. Mara, please don't tease her. Have a good time at your scout meeting, okay? Kelly's mom will drive you home later. Okay, thanks, Mom. You're getting braces too? It's not that bad. You can't chew popcorn or gum. Or apples, or carrots, or gum, or taffy, or caramel, or maybe that means I should stop chewing on my nails too. An hour later. And at our next meeting, we'll be making Easter baskets. See you then. Bye. Is it okay if I drop you off first, Miranda? Sure. Kelly, you and Melissa walk around to our perch, okay? Race you guys. Last one to the porch is the rotten egg. Wait up. Kelly. Grab. Stumble. Trip. Ha ha. Gasp. Wham. Missed me. Rana. Hands, legs, nothing broken. Cool. Rana. Ow. Are you okay? Ah! Oh my gosh. What happened? Go get her mom, quick! It's okay, honey. It's gonna be okay. My teeth! Huh? Ah, grab. My tooth! Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Beckett. I'm going to be reading Double Fudge. When my brother Fudge was 5, he discovered money in a big way. Hey Pete, he said one night as I was getting out of the shower, how much would it cost to buy New York? The city or the state? I asked, as if it were a serious question. Which is bigger? The state, but all the good stuff is in the city. People who don't live in the city might disagree, but I'm a city kind of guy. We live in the city, right? Fudge said. He was sitting on the open toilet seat in his pajamas. You're not doing anything, are you? I asked as I toweled myself dry. What do you mean, Pete? I mean you're sitting on the toilet and you haven't pulled down your PJs. He swung his feet and started laughing. Don't worry, Pete. Tootsie still poops her pants. Tootsie is our little sister. She'll be 2 in February. Fudge watched as I combed my wet hair. Are you going someplace? He asked. Yeah, too bad. I got into clean boxers and pulled a t-shirt over my head. Thank you for listening to me to read.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I'll be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Old School. I begged Grandpa to help me out of this mess. He told me he would help. He would. Grandpa said there's a special kind of paint that covers up water stains, and he'd take me to the hardware store to get it. That sounded great. He grabbed Dad's keys, and we got in the car. But when we backed out of the driveway, Grandpa clipped a trash can. I wasn't too concerned, but when we hit a neighbor's mailbox, I started to get worried. I realized I couldn't remember the last time I was in a car with Grandpa at the wheel, and all of a sudden it hit me. Last year, Grandpa failed his driver's test, so they took away his license. He hasn't been allowed to drive since. I was really nervous, so I told Grandpa maybe we should go back home, but now that he was on the open road, there was no turning back. Yee-haw! By the time we got out of our neighborhood, he seemed to be getting the hang of it, but I was still pretty worried when we got on the ramp for the highway. Luckily, there weren't a lot of people driving out that time of day, and the hardware store was only a few miles away. The weird thing was all of the signs along the side of the road were facing the wrong way, which was really confusing. When I saw 2 cars coming towards us, I realized that somehow Grandpa had taken the exit ramp instead of the entrance ramp, and we were headed in the wrong direction. Screech, honk. Grandpa slammed on the brakes at the... Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm going to be reading Hatchet. Going to die, Brian thought. Going to die, going to die, going to die. His whole brain screamed it in the sudden silence. Gonna die. He wiped his mouth with the back of his arm and held the nose down. The plane went into a glide, a very fast glide that ate altitude, and suddenly there weren't any lakes. All he'd seen since they started flying over the forest was lakes, and now they were gone, out in front. Far away at the horizon, he could see lots of them, glittering blue in the late afternoon sun. But he needed one right in front. He desperately needed a lake right in front of the plane, and all he saw through the windshield were trees, green death trees. If he had to turn, he didn't think he could keep the plane flying. His stomach tightened into a series of rolling knots, and his breath came in short bursts. There, not quite in front, but slightly to the right, he saw a lake, L-shaped with the round corners, and the plane was nearly aimed at the long part of the L, coming from the bottom of the and heading to the top, just a teeny bit to the right. He pushed the right rubber pedal gently and the nose moved over. But the turn cost him speed, and now the lake was above the nose. He pulled back on the wheel slightly and the nose came up. This caused the plane to slow dramatically and almost seemed to stop and wallow in the air. The controls became very loose feeling and frightened Brian, making him push the wheel back. And this increased the speed a bit, but filled the windshield once more with nothing but trees, and put the lake well above the nose and of the reach. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Jade, and I'm going to be reading Pete the Cat and his 4 Groovy Buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. My 4 groovy buttons, my buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop, oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3! Pop, oh no, 3, groovy. Did Pete cry? Goodness no! Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop, oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 2 groovy buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop, oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 1 groovy button, my 1 groovy button. Pop, oh no. The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. What do you think he saw? His belly button. He kept on singing his song. It's It's all good. My button, I still have my belly button. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Joshua, and I'm gonna be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. January, New Year's Day. You know how you're supposed to come up with a list of resolutions at the beginning of the year to try to make yourself a better person? Well, the problem is it's not easy for me to think of ways to improve myself because I'm already pretty much one of the best people I know. So this year my resolution is to try and help other people improve, but the thing I'm finding out is that some people don't really appreciate it when you're trying to be helpful. I think you should work on chewing your potato chips more quietly. Choo choo. One thing I noticed right off the bat is that the people in my family are doing a lousy job sticking to their New Year's resolutions. Mom said she was going to start going to the gym every day today, but she spent the whole afternoon watching TV. And Dad said he was gonna go on a strict diet, but after dinner I caught him out in the garage stuffing his face with brownies. Slurk, slurk. Even my little brother Manny couldn't stick with his resolutions. This morning he told everyone that he's a big boy and he's giving up his pacifier for good. Then he threw his favorite binky in the trash. Well, that New Year's resolution didn't even last for a full minute. Suck, suck, suck. The only person in my family who didn't come up with a resolution is my older brother, Roderick. And that's a pretty pity because his list should be about 1.5 miles long.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening me read.
Hello, my name is Jack, and today I'm going to be reading Shiloh. Chapter 1, The Day Shiloh Come. We're having us a big Sunday dinner. Darlene's dipping her bread in a cold glass of tea, the way she likes. And Becky pushes her beans up over the edge of her plate in her rush to get them down. Ma gives us her scolding look. Just once in my life, she says, I would like to see a bite of food go direct from the dish into somebody's mouth without a detour of any kind. She's looking at me when she says it. Though, it isn't that when I don't like fried rabbit. Like it fine, I just don't want to bite down on buckshot. Is all. And I'm checking each piece. I looked that rabbit over good, Marty, and you won't find any buckshot in that thigh, Dad said, buttering his bread. I shot him in the neck. Somehow I wish he hadn't said that. I pushed the meat from one side of my plate to the other, threw the sweet potatoes and back again. Did it die right off? I asked, knowing I can't eat it unless it had. Soon enough, did you shoot its clean head off? Darlene asks. She's like that. Dad chews real slow before he answers. Not quite, he says, and goes on eating. Which is when I leave the table. The best thing about Sundays is is we our big meal at noon. Once you get your belly full, you can walk all over West Virginia before you're hungry again.
Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Katie, and I'm going to read One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a little star. This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. Yes, some are red and some are blue. Some are old and some are new. Some are sad and some are glad. And some are very, very bad. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. Some are thin and some are fat, but the fat one has a yellow hat. From there to here, from here to there. Funny things are everywhere. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. What a lot of fun things go by. Some have 2 feet and some have 4 feet. Some have 6 feet and some have more feet. Thanks for listening to me read. My name is Macy and I'm going to be reading Owl Diaries, Chapter 8, and the winner is Thursday. I flew to school all by myself tonight. Principal Egmonton flew into our class. He came to tell us who had won the forest drawing contest. All of our artwork was flapperistic, but I chose the most colorful drawing and the one that looked like it had taken the longest to make. And the winner is, I held my breath. Evie Wingdale, I won. I can't believe it. Everyone clapped as I flew up to collect my prize. I have 2 tickets to see Wingdale on Saturday. But diary, I don't have a best friend to take with me anymore. It really looks like Haley is Lucy's new best friend. After school, all I wanted to do was hang out with Lucy, but I really messed that up. So I made some new puppets instead. Here's me and Lucy. I even made little Baxter and Rex puppets. I pretended I was playing with them in Lucy's new puppet show theater. Puppet Eva and Puppet Lucy are best friends. I just wish the real. Thank you for watching me read.
Hi, my name is William and I will be reading World of Ninjago Official Guide. Meet the ninja and friends. In the beginning, the ninja team was Cole, Jay, Kai, and Zane, and their teacher Sensei Wu. Since then, more friends have joined in the battle against evil. That's a good thing because the bad guys keep getting badder, but the ninja and their friends keep getting stronger. Cole. Wu once said that the best way to defend your enemy is to make him your friend. But how are you supposed to defeat your friend? Cole. Cole versus Jay in a battle. Cole versus Jay in a battle. In an attempt to divide the ninja, Master Chen forced them to go head-to-head in a tournament of elements. At first, the battle was heated until Cole and Jay realized that they could defeat Chen by sticking together and ending the match in a tie. But when Chen wanted them both eliminated, Cole took the fall for his friend. Cole may be gone, but he did not lose. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Diego, and I'm going to be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. June, Friday. If there's one thing I've learned from my years of being a kid, it's that you have zero control over your own life. Ever since school let out, I haven't had anything I've needed to do or anywhere I've needed to be. As long as for a relaxing summer vacation. But then, out of the blue, this happened. Pack your bags. We're going on a road trip. This isn't the first time Mom had sprung a trip on us without any warning. Last year, on the first day of summer, she said we were going upstate days of summer, and it said we were going up for a few days and to visit Aunt Loretta at the nursing home. It wasn't exactly my idea of a fun way to kick off the summer. One time when we visited Aunt Loretta, her roommate grabbed me and wouldn't let me go until a staffer gave her a chocolate chip muffin. But Mom was just bluffing about going to the nursing home. Thank you for watching me read.
Preston, and I'm going to be reading The Lost Hero. Even before he got electrocuted, Jason was having a rotten day. He woke in the backseat of a school bus, not sure where he was, holding hands with a girl he didn't know. That wasn't necessarily the rotten part. The girl was cute, but he couldn't figure out who she was or what he was doing there. He sat up and rubbed his eyes, trying to think. A few dozen kids sprawled in the seats in front of him, listening to iPods, talking, or sleeping. They all looked around his age, 15, 16. Okay, that was scary. He didn't know his own age. The bus rumbled along a bumpy road. Out the windows, desert rolled by under a bright blue sky. Jason was pretty sure he didn't live in the desert. He tried to think back. The last thing he remembered. The girl squeezed his hand. Jason, you okay? She wore faded jeans, hiking boots, and a fleece.
Turn the page.
Snowboarding jacket. Her chocolate brown hair was cut choppy and uneven with thin strands braided down the sides. She wore no makeup, like she was trying to not draw attention to herself, but it didn't work. She was seriously pretty. Her eyes seemed to change color like a kaleidoscope, brown, blue, and green. Jason let go of her hand. I don't. In the front of the bus, a teacher shouted, "All right, cupcakes, listen up." The guy was obviously a coach. His baseball cap was pulled low over his hair, so you could just see his beady eyes. He had... Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Lily, and I will be reading All My Treasures. Today, Grandma gave me a special gift, a beautiful porcelain box. She knows I will take good care of it because I'm a big girl, and I will. It's my very own treasure chest, and I want to choose the perfect treasure to put inside. But what could that be? Candies? They'll stick to it. Coins? They'll scratch it. And my teddy bear is way too big. I can't fill this box with just anything. I want to fill it with things that are beautiful and colorful and bright. Things that will bring me joy. And what if I could put all of my favorite things inside? Things like jumping in puddles. I love when the rain goes clip-clop and my boots go squish-squash. Yes, rainy days will go in my treasure box. Next into the box, all the bubbles I blow with Lily. We are champion bubble blowers. We blow so many, they fill up the sky like clouds. My friends' giggles will go into the box too. They play lots of silly games, hopscotch and marbles, and animal marching band jamboree. The other day, Lily took her first steps without Mom or Dad's help. She walked right toward me. Now she can walk around the world. I placed this treasured memory in my box. On Sundays, we do nothing at all except cuddle in a big cozy pile. Me, Lily, Mom, Dad, even our cat Grizzly. I'll keep these lazy mornings in my treasure chest too. And I have to add my paper boats. The ones my neighbor Lee and I raced along the river. We folded so many, but each race was a tie. On a walk with Grandpa, I spotted lots of treasures to add to my chest. Leaves of all colors. Thank you for listening to me read.
What do you love?
Reading!
Where do you go to school?
Deer Creek School!
And what grade are you in?
3rd grade!
Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Ewing!
Who's the best teacher in the whole world?
Mrs. Ewing!
Hip hip hooray!
Hooray!
Hey!
Hey!